ropes before. I'm Beth. I blog at runningwiththesunrise.com. I am a running coach among several other hats I wear, and today I wanted to, and just in case you got some newer runners or some people who are new to foam rolling, wanted to show you how I foam roll after all my runs, because I know a lot of people do their long runs on Sundays, so maybe you need to roll out too. I may not be able to see any questions you put up. Hi, how you doing? Hey, Declan. I may not be able to, what do I want to say, see every question that you pop up while I'm showing you, so I'll come back and I'm happy to answer any questions after that. I want to hit up all the major muscle groups for runners, so I'm going to start with the backs of my legs, starting with hamstrings and calves. If you're like me, your calves get super tight when you run. So for hamstrings, and I'll show this here. This is my grid roller here. Love this guy. This has been a lifesaver through multiple marathons, half marathons. My husband got this for me back in 2011, back when we were just still dating, when I finished my first half marathon. So it is now 4 years old, still looks brand new. What I love about that is it's got this plastic inside, which makes it a little firmer, which means that I can get deeper into my muscles. So anyway, I'm going to take this and show you how I massage out my hamstrings. So I am just going to place it under my hamstring. Actually we'll do the back one so I can show you. If you are really tight, just rolling over it with your other foot down. I'll back up a little bit here. So just rolling this way, if you're really tight, you may want to keep your bottom or the opposite foot down from the leg that you're rolling, just to give you more support. If you want to get deeper, you can cross your legs over. And so what you want to do when you're rolling is roll an inch and then maybe back half an inch and then roll an inch more and then maybe back, and just stop if you feel any pressure points or if you feel like you're on a knot. Just hang out there for maybe a breath or two and then keep going and then maybe come back over it. That's going to help release those adhesions. So that's the hamstrings. So again, I'll show the front one. You just kind of want to go back and forth slowly, and what I'll do is I'll do two angles. I'll get the outside part and then I'll kind of switch in and do the inside part. Yeah, thank you for the hearts. For calves, similar thing. I can, if I'm really tight, just press down with one leg here, or if that's really painful, if I want to get really deep, I'm going to press down with both legs. If I want to get even deeper, I'm going to lift myself up with my hands, which is putting even more pressure on that calf muscle. You're going to want to make sure that you get the meaty part of your calf muscle as well as the muscle that's down below that meaty, thicker part. And then right where those two meet, a lot of adhesions form there. So even maybe take a tennis ball, or if you've got some fancy schmancy things, the Trigger Point, their Ultimate 6 kit is fabulous. They have a little guy called the Footballer that you can use to get right in there. Love it. But that's calves. Then shins are tricky. For that, I will honestly come to kind of like a tabletop position here and press down and roll back and forth this way. I used to have bad shin splints, and so I would roll out my shins before every run. That's actually a really good point, is that if you have something that's tight and you do like a static stretch before a run, it can actually decrease the power output of your muscles. But foam rolling doesn't affect that way, or doesn't affect your legs that way. You can still get a lot of power. So if you're really tight, maybe consider foam rolling more than static stretching before your runs. And then quads. Runners are quads, right? Ouch. So for that, I'm going to lay more on my stomach, and similar idea here. If my foam roller would behave, I'm going to move about an inch and then maybe back half an inch and then another inch more and slightly back. So we're just massaging out that quad. Again, I'll angle myself so that I get both the inside of my leg then the outside of my leg. While we are on the thighs, want to talk IT band. I think most runners know how to do this because the IT bands tend to get super tight. But I'll show you real quick here. So I have my top foot, the one from the leg that I'm not massaging. My foot's kind of planted down. And then I'm just going to go down that IT band an inch, and then maybe up half an inch, and down, and back, and just taking my time to really lengthen out that IT band. And that should hopefully keep my knee a little happier, my hips a little happier. And the final thing I want to show you is how to massage out your glutes, especially the piriformis tends to get tight on a lot of runners. So, easiest way, if you're super tight, is you can just take and press your glute muscles, like literally if you're just sitting, it's like you're sitting on the corner in the glute muscles and kind of massage out that way. If you want to get deeper, you're going to come into like a figure 4 yoga stretch to help really get into that piriformis a little more. And then just same thing, kind of gently rolling side to side. If you find a part that's particularly painful or particularly tight, just kind of hang out there for maybe a breath or two. Always keep breathing while you're doing this. And of course, make sure that you hit both sides. Very important. We want to be nice and even. Do I have any questions about foam rolling out legs? If I could say that right, that would be great. Yes, absolutely. Lacrosse balls, tennis balls, anything like. The foam rolling is great for, especially if you're just starting, because it's a larger surface area. If we're getting into physics, if you have a larger surface area pressing down, it's going to distribute your force a little more evenly. If you need to get deeper, finding something that's got a smaller surface area to press down on is going to allow you to get deeper, because again, it's the same force but over a smaller surface area. So, pressure per unit area is going to be a lot bigger. If we're getting into science, I have a PhD in biology. I love science. But bottom line is that if you want to get deeper, use something smaller. If you want to distribute your weight a little bit more, use something like a foam roller. So it just depends on what you need out of your self-massage session. Any other questions or tips? Thank you for the hearts. I'd love it if you'd share this broadcast if it was helpful to you. And I'd love to hear if you guys have any other questions. You can always tweet me at Run with Sunrise, or check me out on any of my other social media channels or through my blog, runningwiththesunrise.com. Have a great day.